Welcome to today's lesson of the layer of our existence, the outer thighs. The outer thighs, they represent our armor of our body, the boundary between you and the world. It's where protection lives of our body, where we defend ourselves, where we put our walls up, where we draw our boundaries to say, back off, I've got this. Now, it represents the boundary setting, the resistance and the rebellion of not giving your control away, the self-protection, the autonomy and the high independence that you feel. Now, this is all what I'll call our armor. The somatic pattern of needing to stay in control to feel the safety. It's linked to the protective part of us that learned early on that the world can overwhelm us. The question here that we can ask ourselves is, what are you still protecting? Because the outer thighs doesn't just tighten from nowhere. It tightens in response to fear. Now, our big emotions that we store here is fear of invasion, fear of overpowerment, and the distrust that we have in other people. If you have here blockages, you can see it when people are discomfort in collaboration with others. They don't want to give their control away. The resistance of receiving the help, the over control, the always staying busy, you can't rest, the pushing others away, also for defending and for protecting and for getting your boundaries straight. But it is a little bit too much boundary, too high boundary, and the high independence that you have. This creates a kind of isolation, not necessarily loneliness, but separation. It's how we stay in that control area, because the thinking here is, when I have control, I am safe. When this armor is online, you may notice these couple of strategies. The emotional guarding that you do, the containment of your expression, the avoidance that you do, the dissociation that you do, and the tension that you still hold, still being on edge to actually stay in that control. The body is actually a form of bracing it, locking the body to lock the heart, to protect yourself, to defend yourself, and to set your boundaries. But this is way too high. Now, why does this all happen? For many, this layer formed in response to unsafe dynamics. Maybe you weren't allowed to have boundaries, or asking for help backfired on you. Somewhere along the line, the body said, I will never let that happen again. And now the armor lives here, in the outer thighs, still holding, still containing, and still protecting you. It can tend to appearance of strongness and independency, and difficulty for asking for help, to push others away, wanting to stay in that control no matter what, and to must perform, must protect, or must prove themselves. You can have thoughts like, if I open up, I will get hurt. It's not safe to show what I really feel. My feelings don't matter anyway. Letting go would mean falling apart. If any of these feel familiar, it's not because something's wrong with you. It's because your body adapted to survive, to protect. Now, the body is asking you, I need my space. Can you give me permission to soften just a little bit? Your body needs to respect your boundaries, to give your body the support, but not by pressure. To give yourself the space in your own time for the healing, and to give yourself freedom. Let go of this armor, just a little bit of the pressure. You want more support, not the pressure. Then you can have your freedom. This all isn't becoming of more openness, it's about becoming more free. You're allowed to be supported, you're allowed to say no, you're allowed to put the armor down. And when you do, it won't mean you're weak, it will mean you are free. If this resonated with you, I want to know. And let me know what part of the body you are curious about next. What layer do you want to explore more? Comment here below and tell me what you want to see in the next video. I read them all and I will build the next lesson based on what you need the most. Thanks for being here and for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.